knockouts leave the opponent for dead, and in the world of combat sports, this is not a rare event. The last place to be caught napping is in the ring, where you won't see the spinning head kick, a flying knee, or a super slam.
He's so strong. He's tossing him around.
What are the most insane knockouts we've ever seen? How does a pro fighter get stunned and fall like a bag of bones? Remember, don't blink. Number 10, Dober versus Alves. Drew Dober has consistently proven in his 9-year tenure in the UFC that he is an outstanding striker and hit machine. 6 out of 10 of his opponents have been sent through the looking glass by the lightweight Giga Chad with a chiseled jaw by the summer of 2022. Rafael Alves, a former Titan FC champion, was his opponent in July. The dynamic duo established the tone for the confrontation right away in their head-to-head clash. Ooh! The spirited Brazilian had the upper hand in the opening round. In the second, while gliding through the air, the American increased the pressure while intensely dishing out heavy blows on the body, stunning Alves, then continuing his leaps and jumps before embracing the slugfest. Watch Dober knock the wind out of his unlucky foe. The disco Brazilian got hit with a vicious liver shot.
Good body shot from Dober. He's hurt down! Oh my god, that body shot, it's over.
Number 9, Akban versus Hitchens. That is exactly the strategy Manny Akban used to defeat Connor Hitchens in April. Manny became an immediate sensation for the cage gladiators after pulling off a cunning capoeira-style wheel kick.
Able to stuff the takedown. Oh my god! Oh my god!
Who could have seen that coming? Number 8, Quinlan versus Witt. Making a splash in your first appearance on the big stage is a feat that only a handful can pull off, but Josh Quinlan proved he's got it. His initial moment of fame as a pro came in 2019. Then Josh began competing in the Contender Series 2 years later. His August UFC debut against Jason Witt also started off strong, but that's only half the battle. Quinlan was a gentleman and did not deliver a brutal finish, preventing the opponent from being taken away on a stretcher after crucifying him with a left hook.
That's half the battle as well. A lot of people...
Josh Quinlan ends it! Number 7, Koreshkov versus Rencontre. Oh my goodness! Former Bellator welterweight champion Andrei Koreshkov has been inflicting concussions on whoever has been unfortunate enough to meet him in the ring for more than 10 years, and has proven his clear talent for spinning back kick knockouts. Now it is a date with the veteran Chance Rencontre.
Native of Pahuska, Oklahoma, and he gets dropped!
Andrei Koreshkov crushed the liver of the veteran. There he lay, demolished and writhing in pain. The Oklahoma native had been defeated. Koreshkov regained his position as Bellator's top fighter by breaking 5 of the veteran's ribs with the very first contact. You can feel the pain from here, but the next knockout was even more swift. Number 6, Silva versus Bleda. Natalia Silva created a name for herself in November of 22 by executing a nasty U-turn with a twist at the finish. Deftly driving for the legs, then met her opponent Teresa Bleda with a staggering spinning back kick, then throwing finishing strikes without any kind of let-up. That's cold. But does it compare to Ilia Topuria's meteoric rise? Number 5, Topuria versus Herbert. Ilia El Matador Topuria just needed 2 years to transform from a little-known challenger to one of the UFC's most valuable featherweight fighters, a force to be reckoned with. Englishman Jai Herbert was no friend, and his technical abilities are without question since the brutal brawler had 12 knockouts in his 13 victories and remained unbeaten in the sport. Following a short ground struggle incited by Topuria, the Brit attempted to finish off the wounded predator. Will he succeed? The shots from Topuria will keep him at bay, but for how long? Topuria recovered on the stool, and following the break, Topuria dealt a heavy blow to Herbert in an exhilarating move. The crowd went bonkers! This is not something you see every day, and they knew it. Topuria is a special talent. El Matador put an end to the crazy duo by releasing an overhand chin spin to the audience's shrieking applause. Number 4, Zhang versus Yevgechik. Even with female fighters, there's no love lost. The legacy of the dog-eat-dog world is still very much the name of the game. The second meeting between Zhang Weili and Joanna Jędrzejczyk was one of the most anticipated rematches on the women's side, and for good reason. With a white-knuckle thrill ride during a championship match only 2 years earlier, they had permanently altered the course of history. After losing in a split vote, Jędrzejczyk, dejected and bloated, consented to return only for a sequel in June 2022. She was all the rage at the outset, but Zhang responded with an outside trip and spent the rest of the round pounding away. The duology came to an end in the second with the Chinese phenom.
Joanna's constantly...
Holy crap! The former queen was ultimately put to rest by Zhang when that spinning back fist landed. What a brutal finish. Number 3, Johnson versus Moraes. Even though there were many insane knockouts, 2022 was mostly the year of the flying knee. However, Demetrius Johnson was able to stand out in such a crowded field. The former Octagon champion was no stranger to the spectacular conclusion with a record of 11 championship defenses. He does everything perfectly. The legendary flyweight made headlines once more, this time spurred on by champion Adriano Moraes. The dash for the position of the undisputed champion begins. Demetrius Johnson stumbled with a cross, and the Brazilian retreated to the fence before meeting the knee with his skull.
Oh, big right, DJ!
Oh my! DJ just made a statement. Another masterpiece added to the Mighty Mouse's gallery. Number 2, Chandler versus Ferguson. Michael Chandler, a former Bellator kingpin, belongs to that elite group of people who can always produce a spectacle. Against Patrick Frere in 2016, he produced his first Knockout of the Year contender. Chandler's dreams had long since vanished by the time of their fight in May 2022, but the Octagon War hero did not let us down. During the same stretch, future interim champion Tony Ferguson slaughtered lightweights in the UFC cage for the TV show The Ultimate Fighter. That is partly because of something you should not overlook. He has huge hands. Ferguson fires heavy blows to Chandler's body and blasts a double-leg takedown. Ferguson could already taste the victory, but it turned out not to be his night. Chandler returns the favor after recharging during the break, but things do not always go as planned. Whether owing to bad luck or reaction speed decrease, poor Ferguson did not see the front kick coming. The crowd goes wild as Ferguson gets into trouble. He receives a jaw-breaking shin kick that combines with a stupefying wheel kick. Ridiculous. Honorable mentions. Before we move on to first place, let's review the moments that didn't make the final list but definitely deserve a shout-out. In November, Frankie Edgar's retirement party in Madison Square Garden saw a major drama play out when Chris Gutierrez knocked him cold.
The thing about that, though, is like it allows guys to feel.
A flawless knee from Gutierrez made it clear once more that he is invincible. More than we can say for the hapless challenger. Additionally, Bobby Green left his hands down when Drew decapitated him in December.
How you see that? Is that
In July, Rafael Fiziev scored his 5th bonus in a row when Rafael Dos Anjos was defeated by an elegant switch stance combination. And how can we forget Alex Pereira's run for gold in the summer? Sean Strickland's loud mouth was burned by the bitterness of defeat.
Good because he's...
Good because in November, the long-reigning champion, Israel Adesanya, wasted 4 rounds of opportunity to get revenge on the Brazilian Pereira for 2 kickboxing defeats. It did not go the way he would have hoped.
Oh, here's the left hook, but Ada trying to close. He did it!
Not long before, Kamaru Usman's younger brother, heavyweight Mohammed Usman, made his UFC promotional debut, and the Nigerian left it all in the ring versus Zach Pauga. We have two bad boys facing off in the ring with everything to fight for. But Mohammed eventually drops his opponent with a sumptuous finish.
Mind that, we've got two big boys slugging it out.
The absolute champion Akhmat, or ACA tournament in August, also had fantastic rotating action. Mansour Habibullahev's ruthless pirouette is the ideal example of real talent seen outside the UFC. Number 1, Edwards versus Usman. Considering the conclusion of the first confrontation between Leon Edwards and Kamaru Usman, few were expecting a thriller in the sequel. As round 5 was about to end, even the commentators wrote Leon off. If it wasn't obvious enough, Leon is broken now. It's a moral victory for him that he didn't get finished. He might have accepted losing as a choice. If they only knew.
God, I mean, that is a dejected...
At the last minute, Leon feinted across and landed a marvelous high kick. No follow-up was needed. Show's over. Usman had been put to sleep. 2022 has given MMA fans a plethora of nasty crashes, jaw-dropping plot twists, and breathtaking comebacks. But be that as it may, we can only fit so many demolitions in one video. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss on any of our videos. See you next time. Stay tuned.